I'm Caleb.
I'm April.
And I'm Molly.
I'll put the live now post. I haven't muted myself. I heard us just fine just a second ago. Children are unpredictable.
I'm in the background, but for different reasons. It's whatever.
There shouldn't be anything in my background. And if there is, shit's going down.
Yeah, I should be pretty silent. I told my roommate to stay out, but no promises. Ugh.
I know. Every time I see it on my dash, I always reblock it with the Profound Radio blog. Always. And it's very it's very important that it is all put in the same way, so we don't like have someone writing in Castiel and Dean. It needs to be Dean and Castiel. That's how we're all voting it, so we don't have like a split vote, so it doesn't get counted separately.
Nice. Convenient.
I feel like it like forced them to like acknowledge it. Like, you can't ignore this anymore.
No, go ahead. We like it when you're rude. It's fine.
Oh, Chad.
Oh, God.
We just went there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's not the only one.
Okay, I stayed off Tumblr, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. What, like, was there wank last night, or?
I didn't
There's
see any.
always wank, but you know, it was
It
less.
was pretty muted.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna have to stop you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a message.
Is that better? Can we hear things better now, guys?
All right, all right, let's just go one at a time. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jenn.
Jenn.
I'm April.
I'm Molly.
Okay. Let's
Are
see.
we better?
Let's see.
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 I said, guys, it's going to be a new experience. I am trying to figure out what's going on here. It did drop my settings, though. I had the settings up earlier, and
Okay,
everything
it's good.
dropped.
I heard all
We're
four
good?
of us.
Excellent. All right, that's my
Yeah.
fault.
Awesome.
People warned me that it was going to drop my settings, and I didn't double check. I apologize. Okay. I am
Okay, so go back
sorry.
to the reformat discussion.
Okay. So anyway, basically what he's saying is instead of running the show like a niche market sci-fi show, they're now marketing it as an hour-long drama, which is very important because it opens the door for Emmy nominations, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And it
Finally.
also all pretty much guarantees us season 10. And this on the heels of finding out that Revolution got canceled yesterday, which means both
Oh, it
Kripke
did?
and Edlund are in the wind again.
Ooh.
I mean,
put that in
that's
your
horrible,
calendar.
but
No, we've already discussed this. He's not
Horrible
coming
for
back.
them.
But we can dream, can't
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
Edlund back is not likely, but Kripke...
I didn't know Revolution got canceled until now.
Yeah, apparently it just happened
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, well, that's...
So basically, this is a big deal. Andy explains it all beautifully on his blog. I think it's on page 3 right now. It's like a whole written out thing. So you can go check that out. I can give Caleb the link later to that particular post. But
Yeah.
I will tell you, Andy is at an almost 90% accurate prediction rating right now. He has just been nailing stuff left and right. It's really scary. Okay, enough talk about Andy. Now we could talk about the actual episode. Woohoo!
Mhm. Now, I felt like this show, the underlying theme throughout the entire episode was feminism.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Because what I really loved about Dorothy was... let me count the ways. They made her call the men of letters out on their crap without seeming like that annoying stereotype that is the trope I'm referring to called straw feminist. And that made me so happy because that's the route that writers go to, and it's annoying, but they portrayed it so accurately, and I'm very, very impressed with Robbie Thompson every single time.
Agreed. And I don't know if she was being presented as a woman of color, but I will say the actress Felicia Day tweeted last night that the lady is part Mohawk, so she technically is a woman of color. But it's not just her. This is the second female character this season that came in, was badass, took control of the situation, and did not die!
Yay! Woo!
Even though I kind of want to kill her for not leaving Charlie behind, because you're not supposed to take Charlie with you!
At first,
she'll
when
be
I
back.
heard about
Ah.
the Charlie thing, I was a little concerned. But, I don't know, the way it ended, it seemed like she would come back, so that's
I think
good.
she'll be back because
Hopefully.
she has mentioned she's been talked to about other episodes this season, so here's hoping. Wow, my kids are loud.
Yeah, I kind of liked that they didn't kill Charlie off. I was terrified they were going to, like, the entire episode, and then instead they gave her this epic send-off moment that leaves room for her to show up again and continue to be awesome.
Yep, because she
So that
is
was a nice
awesome.
change.
Hmm. Well, remember what Dorothy said, you're not a real hunter until you've died and come back to life.
Oh.
I don't know anybody like that. So it's like Dean's gonna be the only one that doesn't die on Tuesday this year? Is that how it's gonna work?
Oh, give it time. We've got a whole season ahead of us. Although it would be fair, it might even him out with death numbers for everybody else.
True enough.
April.
No,
Sorry.
he is so far on the high end of that curve. Dean randomly dies in shower.
These tacos taste funny to you?
That is still one of my all-time favorite episodes. I can't even tell you.
I was about to say, as horrible as that episode was for Sam, that was like one of the funniest episodes to me.
It's great.
Which is horrible.
Like,
no,
okay,
it's
this
horrible.
is...
It's wonderful.
Yeah. It's terrible. Like, the first time I watched it, I cried for Sam towards the end. But the second time I watched it, I found the badass Sam montage just really unintentionally hilarious. So now, like, I can't watch that episode. I laughed too hard.
Which one makes me laugh the hardest? I think Changing Channels, probably. Even though it also ends unbelievably heartbreakingly.
Is that a theme? I'm starting to think.
It's supernatural.
Gee, I don't know. I haven't
It's like
noticed.
the entire series theme.
We're going to make you laugh, and then we're going to make you cry a lot.
We're going to introduce you to someone you're going to love, and then we're going to kill them.
Though I was really happy when, who was it that gave us the green light that Charlie is sanctioned, she's protected, she's
Jim Michaels.
awful.
I think it was Jim Michaels.
I was so happy to hear that. I was like, don't kill her off, please. Don't.
When did we get this green light?
It was during one of the conventions.
See, I wish I had known that, because I was terrified the entire episode last night.
Oh no, Charlie's actually really safe for right now.
I think it was mentioned at San Diego Comic-Con, possibly.
Yes,
the panel that she crashed. I think they mentioned it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
See, that would have been nice to know.
She's safer than the boys themselves.
Well, no, I actually said, I was like, when Charlie was doing her whole thing about talking to Sam about hunting and how she was wondering where the magic was, I was thinking, oh crap, she's going to die in this episode. And
well, she did, but poof, she's back.
Yeah, and I know, and my roommate, I voiced that thought, and my roommate was like, they'd never kill Charlie, and then they killed Charlie, and my roommate's like beating me over the head with a pillow, like, you had to open your mouth!
Temporary
I
death.
was about to murder Shannon, because he was like, no! She's fine. Everything, it turns out great. And then, like, I'm watching the episode and she dies. I'm like, what?
God. And I found it interesting how they had her, like, she's pretty much the only person other than Dean and Ezekiel who knows that something is going on. Something.
Yeah, I kind of wanted her to call him out on it more. But
I really
Yeah,
did.
the fact that she just sort of dropped it was kind of...
Because we're not at that point storyline-wise yet. That's why she let it go, because it was in the script.
But that's another great reason to bring her back. I mean, she's...
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, he must have to have, like, a journal keeping track of all lies.
He's terrible. When did Dean Winchester become a terrible liar? That's when I want to know.
Because
Because he used to be good at it.
he's lying to. He was never good at lying to Sam, ever. Or Cass. It's strangers he can lie to.
I have secondhand embarrassment like you wouldn't believe every time Dean starts trying to explain to Sam what happened. And Sam is going to think he has become the shittiest hunter on the planet because he gets knocked out in every fight.
Oh, well, you're still, the trials. You're still not feeling great. It's okay,
It's like-
Sammy. Really.
It's like Sam's like, what happened, Dean? Well, they
Trials.
attacked us. You got knocked out. And
Which
I don't know
whammy? Which whammy?
I don't know what's going to make Sam suspicious first. The fact that Dean is suddenly unmitigatedly badass or the fact that he suddenly sucks completely.
It's like, this makes up for the time when you were soulless, bitch.
God. Nothing's ever going to make
Now
up for
who's
that.
the good hunter? Huh? Okay. Before we get into the heavy stuff, can we just talk about the one thing that had me so excited about this episode? I was practically squirming and screaming, and when they finally showed it, I may have screamed, "Baby's bedroom!"
Oh my God.
All right.
It was
so
it was a
excited.
very, very nice looking garage.
Carriage.
That's a little to
Gosh.
nod to our lovely English friends. That's so funny.
But
I was very excited.
I can't. I feel like that line between Dorothy and Sam, where wait, was it Sam or Dean? It was one of the Winchesters, and they're like, "Can you look after my bike while I'm gone?" Like, sure, as long as I get to take it out for a spin every once in a while. Like, I want to see one of the Winchesters
That was the elder.
on that bike. I want to see biking happening.
That was Winchester.
I think that would
the
have to
elder.
be Dean, because Sam's legs would
Yeah.
just be like unreasonably too long.
Ah, not
Sam's
true.
legs just like flail out the
He
side
has
of the.
ridden many motorcycles on many things. Friday the 13th, he had a motorcycle, and he was just fine. I think Jared on a motorcycle would be like, "Hello,
The best thing ever.
yeah." Why don't we just get them all on motorcycles?
Isha on a motorcycle.
All of them. There's 3 of them in there. Look, there's one for you, one for you, one for Cass.
Speaking of Misha, Cass wasn't in the episode, but he wasn't entirely absent from it either,
Mm-mm.
which I liked. Although I really wish they hadn't left us with as little as they did about how that conversation went down.
No. Yeah,
Are we
because
going to talk about the line now?
nobody wants
we
him
talk-
here more than me.
That made the blow soften for me substantially. I was like, oh.
I was relieved because I was afraid they weren't going to address the fact that, oh, he was here and now he's not.
Mhm.
I was concerned.
I'm surprised. I'm a little annoyed at how passive Sam is about everything this season, but they handled it better than just not addressing it all, I will say that. He
Well-
just kind of accepts whatever Dean tells him lately, and that doesn't seem like Sam at all.
Well, he is the one who kind of had the idea to start looking for Cass and for the other angels, keeping the tracker in the computer and all that stuff.
I have an interesting
That
theory
was-
about that one. I think that Zeke is planting ideas into Sam's mind.
Oh, I've been saying that all along. I have been saying
And
that
I
all
feel
along.
like that was a very blatant show of
What-
that.
Wasn't there a line? Never mind. Maybe I'm. But probably not. But I feel like at some point somebody asked him if that was his idea. Or no, that was Dean. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Dean asked him if that was his idea.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't sure if that was him or if that was...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. It was right at the beginning. And
Mhm.
Sam said, "Do you see anybody else in here?"
Oh, those moments
Yeah.
kill me.
Yeah, it was right at
That's
the
what it
beginning when they
was.
were talking about reformatting the computer to track angels.
Yeah.
Right. Which did. By the end of it, did they have the computer up and running?
I
'Cause-
don't think they got to that part. I think Charlie was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm like,
And then poof, Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
got a
yeah,
little
I was about to
sidetracked.
say, they didn't really address that, but then again, they did have some distractions.
This is the stupidest
Yeah.
thing in the world to get upset about, but those old ass ruby slippers looked like the set I got from Payless 3 weeks ago. I am not even kidding. They look like the ones I wore to the freaking LARP. I mean, those were not old shoes. Those were modern shoes. And I expect better, Supernatural.
It'll be easier to cosplay.
True enough. Heal.
Now heal. I want to talk a little bit about that too, because one of the big Femme Plus moments for me was that the bad guy of the entire episode was killed by high heels, literally.
By a chick.
And by a chick. And also, Dorothy, meanwhile, holding her own against both Winchesters.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
But,
god.
I mean, like, the symbolism
Nodding my
behind... the symbolism behind the bad guy getting killed, literally, with high heels.
I don't know if that's a statement about the power of women or a statement about the horror that is high heels. Because I am right there with Dorothy when she's like, no heels. Not walking in these.
But
So better
Osric
use
will.
them to pale the witch with it.
Exactly.
I don't know. I would love to have seen Dean toddling around the bunker in those heels. That would be kind of hot. Sorry, that's a completely different show.
Ballet slippers, high heels.
I'm noticing a theme here.
What other kinds of interesting shoes can we get that man in?
Knee-high boots.
Cowboy boots?
Jessica is asking about the blood on Dorothy's mouth during the scene with the Winchesters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they smacked her one.
Yeah, they probably beat the crap out of her.
Yeah, well, she apparently
she was
held her
holding her
own,
own.
though. Oh my god, Jensen's face when Charlie kicked Dean in the hoo-ha. His
Sorry about your
face! It
She's
was just like,
apologizing.
clearly this has happened to you before, because that face, man. I'm gonna be laughing about that all night.
Yeah, that was.
He just looked, I'm not going to be making any more babies.
Anymore. Oh.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
More flashbacks.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm not even gonna. No.
No, please keep going. It's funny.
And then there were, I don't know if you all caught it, if you're fans of Wicked. Holy crap, Crowley.
Right?
Crowley apparently has a Broadway thing.
Okay, but does it really surprise you? I mean, it's
Yeah, I was
Crowley.
about to say. Is that really surprising?
That shocked no one.
No.
I'm gonna die from not surprise.
She was out defying gravity.
Neither of you seem good. I just
That was great.
he continues to get some of my favorite lines in this show, like
The crayon!
so daddy can
No,
help.
I loved that the episode opened with bollocks and then closed with bollocks.
Somebody needs to write a crack travel about Crowley and the crayon like Tom Hanks and Wilson in Castaway.
You know what
I'm
I'm
sure
waiting.
somebody already has. Like, I feel like I've already seen that on my dash today.
I'm waiting for that filler episode where it is literally nothing but Crowley in that dungeon just talking to himself.
Oh my gosh, that would
Oh
be
my
freaking
God.
awesome.
Oh God, if they did it like did any of you guys ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
Yes.
The episode The Zeppo, where it's kind of all about Xander, and on the periphery, Buffy's doing her whole dramatic saving the world thing, but it's just really Xander being Xander.
I like that one.
If they
I
had an
love
episode
Xander.
like that, that's like the Winchesters doing their dramatic saving the world thing, fighting Abaddon, but it's all on the periphery while Crowley just, is snarky
Sitting
to
there.
Air,
With his crayons.
taunting
This is
Kevin. I
since
miss
he-
Kevin.
Since he can drum, he can sit there and like beat on the table and sing to himself.
Whistle, whistle the happy song.
I love
Imagine
that he's.
Sam.
I love how somehow he's still making deals inside the Winchester dungeon.
Right? Like, why are you bargaining with him? You have him in an impenetrable devil's trap.
It's like first it was
dungeon.
Kevin. First it was Kevin. Then the Winchesters did it again. I'm like, why are you trusting him? And then he did it
Just
again.
wanted to stretch his legs.
And then he did it again with the witch. I'm just like, he's still finding. No wonder he got to the top of hell. He's such a businessman.
He is Abaddon said it. He's a salesman.
Even in the Winchester dungeon, can he find business?
Right, absolutely. You write that fic, sweetheart. I will read it. Oh, that would just. I'm sorry. That would be a great fic. Isn't there like a children's book about somebody in their purple crayon? Isn't that like the kid?
That I vaguely remember
It's like
that.
Pat and his purple crayon or something like that, and he like. then
Sure.
there was Chalk Zone. You remember Chalk Zone? Okay, that's
I
it.
fucking loved Chalk Zone. That was my shit.
You lost me.
It was awesome. It was. Can I just Chalk Zone? It was. If he drew something, it existed in another dimension. Like it opened up a portal to this other dimension. It was so awesome. It was just so cool.
Okay, that sounds cool as shit. Like,
It actually really was.
Or what if he starts
Yeah, I
drawing
watched Chalk
drawing
Zone.
like, like shipping Destiel on the table, like drawing lewd
Then it
40
happens in
pictures
real
of
life.
Dean and
oh my
Cass.
god, write that.
And then
Right,
maybe
that.
maybe he comes
Pick it.
down there that there's like a whole
Pick it.
thing on the table of Sam in the whole S&M outfit,
Sam in stilettos.
Oh my god. Well, see, that's the great thing. I think that's what I love about the bunker. Just, it opens up so many possibilities. They could find that magic crayon or chalk or whatever.
Yup. And then
In the
one day,
That needs to be an episode. Somebody tweet Robbie Thompson. I'll get on that.
one day Sam comes in and Crowley says, "I need a 64 bucks." I don't have enough color.
But you know what?
I don't have Fast Fiction Green.
I'm surprised that none of you are bringing this up. But thanks to next week's episode, we have a convincing argument against the writers to write a musical.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
It's like, if you can make Dean behave like a dog for a day,
If
you can write a
make
musical.
Jensen Ackles comfortable with leaning his head out the window of the Impala, and then yeah, we can have him sing. Come on, damn it.
I'm not sure if you saw it in... Jen, I'm not sure if you saw it in the old agenda, but when I brought that up, I was like, sniffing, scratching, leg humping.
Oh god. Oh,
Everything's gonna happen.
the next
Everything.
episode's gonna kill me.
We can't have leg humping because Cass isn't in that episode, and no. That means the only person around's leg to hump is Sam's, and that's just a whole can of worms we don't want to open on
That's
this
a whole other
particular
can of worms
episode.
we don't want to open.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think, what does my dog do that I can see Dean doing? When all my dog does is, like, sleep and eat.
He's going
My
to
dog ate
find a
grass.
way to open the refrigerator and eat the pie.
He's gonna
just
hunt
be-
down.
Maybe he'll just be like inappropriately happy and affectionate with everyone. That's what my dog did.
What if he starts peeing on things? Like
Oh
just
my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. This
That'd be
episode.
difficult. Saying his pants on.
I'm just.
Sorka 42 trying to lick himself. I think
Yes.
that's
Oh.
a Misha thing.
That's a Misha.
yeah, I think Misha. That's Misha's territory.
Oh god.
Alright, so we had our fun. Let's talk about the heartbreaking sides of this episode. Mainly that Zeke is quickly becoming Ruby 3.0.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zeke.
Dean,
I don't trust him as far as I can throw him
Well, we're not
at this
supposed to.
point.
and he's in Jared, so that's really not very far.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh my god.
So,
It's gotten to the point now where every time I see Zeke, I'm like both incredibly impressed with Jared's acting and very annoyed with Zeke
yes.
at the same time.
Yes.
I'm-
it's-
I'm getting progressively like more upset. Well, not upset, like just really sad about the how much Dean's starting to kind of depend on Zeke, and
Yeah.
it really is like
It's like
Sam
a
and
new-
Ruby.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's like a new form of alcoholism. It's like,
Exactly.
he's not drinking, but he's angeling.
It's Sam and Ruby or Cass and Crowley all over again, and it's hurting me because I mean we already know how that ends up. It's like
Mhm.
member of Team Free Will is isolated, needs help, trusts dubious creature with uncertain motives. Dubious creature reveals its true nature, the world ends or almost ends. Like it's
Not good.
happened twice already, and I really am. I'm sitting there just being like, Dean, stop. Dean, no,
Oh.
this is bad. Stop.
It's
And I
very
feel like that's
But-
going to be season 9.
I'm going to be really excited to see him interact with Metatron, though. Isn't that a thing? Didn't I get...
I don't know.
But he
I
was,
know.
like, being shady with someone.
Somebody was like, they don't understand why Zeke is doing everything Dean wants because he's holding out for a big-ass favor. Okay? You don't ask a Winchester for a favor and then say, oh, can you drive me to the mall? No, he's holding out for something huge. And
you know
when
what?
Dean says no, he's going to be like, well, I healed
Too
Sam, I healed Cass, I healed Charlie, and whoever else he heals.
Hell,
I can take
Hell.
them back.
yeah, and I don't think... I'm going to be interested to see if Zeke actually does willingly give up Sam's body, because I'm getting the vibe that he's lying about the pace in which Sam is healing.
I think he's lying about the whole if he doesn't consent, he can shove me out shit, too, because he couldn't shove Lucifer out. I know, okay, Lucifer was an archangel, fine, but Jimmy Novak couldn't shove Cass out either.
Well,
Nope.
I have a theory about that, actually.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
It's kind of like okay, this is weird, but it's kind of like my roommate is a size like 6 jeans and everything else that goes with that size wise, and I'm a size 18 jeans. If I wear one of her sweaters, it gets stretched out. So if one of her sweaters is too small, she will literally hand it to me to have me stretch it out for her so she can wear it, and then she can remove it more easily. That's such a terrible analogy, but the idea is Sam had Lucifer in him, and I need a better way to say that doesn't make me feel icky, but
No,
he
keep
did.
going. It's working.
And he actually fought through that. He not only had the experience of having Lucifer in him, but he also had the experience of fighting through that and gaining control in the end. So, I mean, maybe especially if Ezekiel is on Cass's level or lower, angel hierarchy wise, it might actually be true that Sam could toss him out at any time if he becomes aware.
That is a very
Or he
good
could be
analogy.
lying through his teeth.
That is a good analogy.
Oh, thank you.
I definitely feel like he's lying, though. I think it would be
With every breath.
so unusual and so different for Supernatural if Zeke was to turn out to be actually on their side, but
I don't know.
Nobody's
because it was like, Metatron showed up and they're like, oh, Metatron, you saved Kevin, we love you. Oh, Metatron, get your hands off Castiel, bitch.
Wait.
Yeah.
Metatron. Wait. What are you doing? No, stop.
Don't you cut his neck? What the hell is that?
Yeah. I don't.
I'm just gonna be
pretty
really
much.
suspicious for
Virgin down,
Zeke.
Castiel.
But remember that post, guys? What could possibly go wrong in 6 that they're giving us 2 really cool fillers?
What the hell is going on that they rearranged the episode order? Okay? Because it was supposed to be Bad Boys next week, then Dog Dean Afternoon, and then the one that is now 6, the Cass and Dean reunion, that was supposed to be number 7. And now they have changed everything around. Dog Dean Afternoon is next, Cass's episode is 6, and Bad Boys has been pushed back to 7. So, I want to know what was up with that. If it was to try and calm us down after the whole thing from last week, I don't know.
Or whatever's going to happen in 6.
I can't wait till 6. I can't wait till 6. I'm so excited. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I want a bitter reunion. I want to be like, why the hell did you kick me out, you asshole? And then I want it to get better.
I don't think you're going to get that.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
doesn't
like
seem like
it's
very...
possible because Misha has gone so far as to say that he's not going to be happy. He's going to be a jilted lover.
Please tell me he used those exact words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. He's a big freaking troll. I don't believe...
I love Misha Collins.
I only believe like 30% of what comes out of that man's mouth.
But I want to believe all of it. I'm going to be Fox Mulder here and say that I want to believe.
My important question is, when are we getting Benny back?
Very true.
Bring me back the vampire.
The vampire with the gorgeous accent.
Then I'm going to lick a DC con. No, I'm
Gorgeous.
going to resist. I'm
Gorgeous
going to resist.
everything.
I will not lick the vampire.
Don't you mean gorgeous everything?
Be like, show me your tattoos.
Tattoos is not what I'm going to be wanting him to show me.
You know, I don't want to get kicked out of DC
moving
Con,
on.
okay?
Oh.
Yes, moving on, because this
Let's
has
be
nothing to
honest.
do with what we're supposed to be talking
Oh my
about. We're not doing that. Because if we get
Yeah.
off topic and start acting silly, Shannon will come through the TV and kill us. Won't you, Shannon? I'm excited. I think we are doing pretty good here. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but we got through them.
Mhm.
We're having good. Guys, you guys
Now-
got any like questions and stuff? You should like answer questions.
We should.
It's okay, Shannon. I love you.
There he goes. He's right there. But I want to talk about real quick though. Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually really glad that Dorothy and Charlie didn't get together. Because I feel
Yeah,
like
me
they've
too. I
been
think it would've been
really like I
Because
feel like they've been really like
This-
pushing the whole thing, like a lesbian's not allowed to look at another girl without wanting to get in her pants, sort of thing. And I'm really glad that just this once that they didn't go in that direction. They're just let Charlie and Dorothy be friends, and I'm just really happy that that didn't actually work out.
it's pretty awesome.
It wasn't, and it was like they weren't even. I guarantee you, people are shipping the shit out of them by now. But it
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
obviously.
it wasn't even a thing. It was like, it was perfect. It was like, okay, here's our little lesbian friend, but we don't have to mention her sexuality in this episode. We don't need to rub it in anybody's face. We don't have to find somebody to hook her up with. You know, we can just chill.
Yeah.
Okay, Jessica is asking us about Dorothy's character development, which is a good point because there is a huge difference between 1935 Dorothy and 2013 Dorothy. You know, she did change through the episode, especially realizing, oh, here's Charlie, this gorgeous, brilliant woman that they defer to and call the smartest person in the room, and you know, that it changed the way she looked at things as well. Please tell me you are all still there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here.
We were all just very silent. I'm sorry.
Because you all don't want me to talk the whole time.
I liked that now that she's seen that the way the men of letters has sort of burned to the ground. Which I wanted to point that out. The Men of Letters was destroyed by a woman, which I think is hilarious.
Technically,
Technically a woman.
because we do not know the gender of Abaddon at this point.
Even though Abaddon is clearly presented to us in Supernatural as feminine.
And lusting after a male vessel. So, genderless.
I just thought that was sort of like poetic justice a little. Like which begs the question, what was Abaddon what was the vessel even supposed to be there for? If they didn't accept females.
Because she was working with Father Thompson on the demon healing thing.
Oh, okay.
We discussed this at the LARP. You should have been
I think
there.
that was a little bit later too in the timeline. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
might
because
have
what
loosened up.
happened last night was in, I think, didn't they say 35 or something like
It
that?
was
And
35. It was-
Men of Letters that we saw previously in As Time Goes By happened in 58.
Right.
yeah.
So by then, they may well have accepted women into the Men of Letters.
we have headcanons on Abaddon, me and Andy, about, or Josie, that she watched and waited and watched and waited, and then she finally got involved in Thompson's research. And by that point, they didn't really have a choice. They had to initiate her just because of her sheer level of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. But Dorothy, on character development, going back to that, I thought it was really interesting that they had her call out sexism, but then like sort of nullified her bitter attitude with Charlie and Dean and Sam.
What do you get?
So it's like there's not like real bad guys here. There's like no like sides clashing anymore.
I think she was relieved to see that women could be in positions and running the show and being respected. I think it gave her a new opinion on the Men of Letters, maybe a slightly more better opinion on what her father actually did. Especially when she realized that he had been leaving clues behind in the books. Okay, Jessica, clarify for me. Are you asking about the members that died in the episode last night, or are you talking about the ones that died in Abaddon's episode? Clarify for me there, and I will answer you. The two that died last night, the guys that were there at the beginning of the bunker, were Paul Jenkins and James Haggerty. The one left alive that Abaddon was hunting for, that's a good question. That was the one that Sam went to his house, and that was where Abaddon caught up with him. What was that guy's name, guys? I can't remember. I would have to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... Oh, it wasn't Fred something. I don't remember, to be honest.
She said the ones from last night, yeah.
Yeah, the ones from last night were Paul Jenkins and James Haggerty. And then the ones that died in the episode with Abaddon were Henry, of course, and then... I can't remember.
Guys. Poor Jenkins.
He was so cute. In his little...
That was so sad.
He reminded me of Neil Patrick Harris, and I was so sad.
I felt like I was really scared too, because I felt like that was like a foreshadow of what was going to happen to Charlie.
Exactly. Exactly that. I felt like he reminded, the way he viewed the Men of Letters with all of that enthusiasm reminded me of the way Charlie. Looked at hunting. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, no, can we not? And then, yeah.
It happened, and then it stopped happening.
And I'm sorry, when he says, save her, I just burst into tears. I'm sorry, I just did.
His reaction to Charlie dying was just...
He is an emotional little shit this year, Mr. Winter.
Right?
I know!
I mean, he always has been anyway, but I mean, like, really?
I mean, the way he reacted, the sheer panic that was in him...
It's like he's finally...
Can be paralleled to Sam dying in season 2.
It's like he has finally reached that stage in his life where... Okay, people in my life are going to die, but I don't want to accept it anymore. Like, he used to be like, oh, that sucks, I'm moving on. Now it's like he can't handle it when people in his life don't survive, and he freaks.
Dean is really starting to kind of reach out for purchase in his life, try to hold on to things. It seems like, yes, that's right, Larry. He's holding on to the bunker as a home. He's holding on to all of these people who have drifted into his life. He's holding on to not only them staying there with him at the bunker, trying to keep things clean and keep it like a home, but also trying to, control their mortality. So Dean is just really starting to get to that point where he just is not going to put up with it anymore.
I feel fairly confident saying that the show is Dean's this year.
Can we talk for a second, though, about how kind of sad it is that in some ways Sam seems to be going the exact opposite direction?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Sam's he at first refuses to think of the bunker as home. He doesn't, he hasn't kind of started nesting the way Dean has. He doesn't really, he doesn't view it as home.
Can I say, Dean is such a fucking homemaker. Holy shit, guys.
The CL is happening.
Oh.
He
I was the
organizes his
first
porn,
person.
guys.
He organizes his porn.
I was the first person on AO3 to use the Domestiel tag, and I am proud of that, and I own it, yes. But I love the whole, I just cleaned in here.
I know.
love that.
I was
The look on his face, and I'm like, oh, baby, I understand. Believe me, I understand.
And can I say, also, another interesting thing to point out was sort of like the gender role reversal in this episode.
That Charlie was the badass and Dean was the homemaker.
Like, like Charlie was the technician, the mechanic, and when you think of a mechanic, you just think of like a dude, because it's sort of like a dude job. But it's in this episode, I felt like there was so much emphasis on Dean's domestication, though. I felt like there was something to be said there.
Oh, definitely.
And
Like,
of course, Dorothy is very much turning the tables on gender roles, but at the same time remaining a sense of femininity as well, which I also really loved about Dorothy.
I mean, honestly, Dorothy is almost season 1 Dean.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, saucy, badass, get out of my way. Oops, sorry, I will get used to this.
In fact, I even like put a note paralleling to like Dorothy could be like a gender bent version of both of the Winchesters together.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Because that's how I felt like it was presented to me.
I really want both Dorothy and Charlie to come back. And I'd be fine if they came back as a couple. Because if it had time to develop and,
Yeah.
you know, get used to the idea of it, and then they came back and were like, we're here to save the day again.
Ding dong.
Delicious.
Bitches.
That was a great line. That was a fantastic
I love-
line.
I love Charlie's lines. Something popped up on the screen.
Yeah, that was me. I'm sorry. I was
Look,
just
look, guys, quick! Oh, there was Destiel right there. Did you see it?
I love some of these callbacks to earlier seasons too. Like
Yeah.
the Becky Winchester and Sam getting all freaked
Do you
out.
notice which season they keep calling back? Anybody?
Yes, I
Is
do.
it season 5, maybe?
Yes, I do.
I don't. I refuse.
I don't want to think about it.
There's a cage popping coming.
I refuse.
Oh, God.
Archangel's on the loose.
I refuse.
I'm just coming. Oh, I wish. Oh, I need to have Andy.
You know what? But that's okay, because if the Archangels get out, maybe Adam will get out too.
Adam.
Adam's not in hell.
I don't think Adam's in hell.
Adam's
because of
not in
that
hell.
whole thing.
Still in hell.
If Adam's in hell, then that means Jimmy Novak is still running around inside of Cass. Ooh.
But
Would you like me to explain?
how? Yes, I was like, but not necessarily. They're slightly different circumstances.
Here's my theory. When Raphael blew Cass up the first time, I believe that was the end of Jimmy Novak. Okay.
Oh.
I feel very comfortably that Jimmy went to heaven. Shannon, shut up and let me explain it. That Jimmy went to heaven, and that is where he's been ever since. Which is why I feel like when freaking Cass Molotov'd Adam Michael at Stall, and Michael poofed, he probably went up to heaven, let go of Adam, and then came back, which is the body, and not the Adam.
Not to mention, wasn't Adam killed by the ghouls in the episode he appeared in anyway?
Yes, but they
Well, no,
brought
but then they
him
brought him back.
I'm old enough to be
Oh.
your mother, you little shit.
You just made me so very happy, because it has always really, really upset me that Adam's just been in hell all this time. But you're right, it makes perfect sense.
And
That
then
he
somebody
wouldn't
said,
be.
well, why would Death have offered? Because Death could bring him back from anywhere. It doesn't matter where Adam is. Death could bring him back from anywhere. So, of course, he offered both Adam and Sam to Dean.
So hopefully those, like April, who are concerned about Adam can now feel a little less concerned.
And somebody asked if I like Adam. Yes, I like Adam very much. I feel like he got a raw freaking deal. But we can't have Jake Abel back because Jake Abel is an expensive property and Supernatural cannot afford him. Okay, we can barely afford Felicia Day at this point.
There was a point I want to talk about. Oh yeah, we totally forgot to talk about the whole Sam not wanting to nest and Dean wanting to.
Well, that doesn't
And how
surprise me, though.
Sam's sort of like regressing and Dean seems to be progressing.
I don't think Sam is regressing at all. I really don't. He still wants the picket fence in the home, but he doesn't want it in the same place he works.
It's just sort of...
Yes, you are, Shannon.
Sorry, what, Molly?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I got distracted by something shiny. It's. I'll find it again.
Squirrel!
I'm feeling weird right now because usually I'm the one being the little shit in the chat room. Now it's someone else.
Someone who will not be named.
I don't know. I do think, I don't know if the regressing is the word, but it does seem to be, they've switched back and forth a lot over the years as far as their perspectives on home and the job. And right now, Dean seems to be finding a balance.
Sort of finding his as himself. Because if you look at Sam, who he is, he was always the one who was more studious. He was always the one who wanted to sit down and do all this research and stuff. And now he finally has a facility in which to do that, and he has a library. And this is going to be his job, and it doesn't. I think that he just doesn't want to confuse it with home. I think he just
I don't know.
wants to keep it separate.
I would think that, except for the thing he said to Dean about, how every time he's ever tried to build a home or have a normal life of any kind, it's never gone well and it's always blown up in his face. And that's the part that made me think it's not just that he doesn't want to mix the job up with home, it's that he's almost afraid to keep trying for home because every time he tries, not only does it blow up in his face, somebody else usually dies into the bargain.
He's probably still carrying some guilt around for not looking for Dean from Purgatory last year and for settling down with Amelia. He probably, to some degree, is punishing himself for that.
Which, slow clap for Amelia. She slept with Sam Winchester and lived.
Yes, she did.
I'm just saying. She's the only one.
Thinking of that the other day, actually. There's others that I know. Remember the chick in the Siren episode in season 4? She didn't die.
Oh, hey, there are two. She didn't die.
No,
You're right.
She did not die, and they got busy. No, there was no convincing evidence, guys. But the reason I think Dean is nesting so hard is because I think it's one of those things where it's like it's something he really and truly enjoys and is having fun doing, but at the same time he's still doing what he believes he is best at, taking care of Sammy.
Well, exactly. And he's still hunting, too, which he feels, it's kind of a calling for him. Like, you had season 6, which started with Dean clearly being, a square peg in a round hole that was a normal life, trying to fit into this completely average, domesticated arena that he completely did not fit at all. And that blew up on his face, and then trying, well, not trying. In season 7, they lost the closest thing they had to a home, which Bobby's place.
Season 7 was one big downward spiral for Dean. It was,
right?
I'm losing everybody, I'm drinking like an idiot, and let me go hang out in Purgatory for a while.
And by the way,
that fucking demon ran my car through a sign!
And just to add more injury and insult to injury upon insult, this is what it would be like to have a fight with your teenage daughter, and now we're going to have your brother shoot her.
But y'all, I'm gonna be horrible, but I'm gonna say, what does all of these things remind you of?
What
Give me a direction to
specifically
go.
are you talking about?
A lot of
All of Dean. Everything about Dean. What does that remind you of? I'll give you a hint. It starts with M and ends with Airy.
Oh!
Yes, that's true. But you also have to look at his age, too. He's in an age where he's getting to the point where he doesn't want to be running around and on the road all the time now. I mean, dude, he has memory foam because the boy probably has backaches at night. I'm 36. I do not feel like I did 20 years ago. Well, obviously, I don't feel like I did 5 years ago. So, I don't know. And Sam, I think, it's true. Sam's afraid to settle down because he figures, well, if I get comfortable, I'll just get it all taken away from me anyway. It's like, what's the point?
You know who that sounds like? It starts with J and ends with...
Why don't you just say it, Caleb?
Hey, can you not? Can you not, Caleb? That's just...
They are literally parallels of their parents right
yes,
now.
I am actually
all
36. My birthday is in 1977. I am old enough to be the majority of you people in the chat room's mother. Okay. For real. I have an almost 16-year-old son.
You're definitely not old enough to be my mother.
Thank God.
25.
Yay!
Although, wait, how old are you? Sorry.
36 and a half.
Wait, 30... Wait, what?
I am 36 and a half.
Oh, yeah, you're
Not
a
quite.
little younger than my dad.
I swear to fucking God.
Both my parents are
I'm
older.
18. So
I will be
I
everybody's
could be-
fandom mommy, sure, why the hell not?
Yeah.
I can be their
Hey,
crazy
Mama
aunt.
Jen.
I mean, you figure the posse, Andy's the only one that's even close to my age, and he's 30. Even though he doesn't look it.
No, he does
I
not.
didn't get pregnant at 11, Shannon.
Wait, what?
Shannon!
Shit.
Shannon, some girls get pregnant at 11. Would you know?
That is
Are
actually-
you knocking up 11-year-old Shannon?
No, they told us that in sex ed class when I was in like 6th grade that the youngest kid in our county to get pregnant was 11 years old, and I thought that was incredibly sad.
horrible.
Right.
That's
Don't have
horrible.
sex.
Like, dude, when I was 11, I was still
And
watching.
die.
When I was 11, I was still playing with G.I. Joes.
I was running home to watch Arthur on television, who was like, I don't even know.
I liked Arthur the Anteater. He was cool.
He was awesome.
Shut up, Shannon! Why does
feel like
Wait, did you say Anteater? He was an aardvark.
Was he?
Exactly.
Isn't that the same thing?
AARDVARK.
Wait, they're not the same thing?
No.
Oh. Are they?
I know classic cars, not animals. I hate animals. I really do.
Aw.
Don't bring any dogs or cats up in my house because I don't want them.
Bunnies.
It's bunnies! They're not just cute and fluffy! They're bunnies! Or it might be midgets.
When I think of bunnies is that Monty Python.
No, man. Anya in the musical episode of Buffy. For real, every time.
I think you're wearing that outfit on Halloween. We're so off topic.
No,
Trust
my son is going to be 2008 Dean, and I'm going to be 2014 Dean. It's going to be adorable.
Your family is awesome.
Natural family.
My daughter's going to be Cat Steele. She's going to raise you from perdition.
Oh no.
No, my entire family. I've gotten them all into Supernatural, and my sister and I are trying to get my dad to ship Destiel. It's a work in progress. Posted. My
I've
dad.
already
Yeah.
gotten my dad to read Twist and Shout, so
Oh
Technically we're only supposed to be on for an hour, which we have reached. In fact, Shannon is giving me the slicing the neck sign in the chat room. At least I think that's what he's doing. Because, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we wrap it up or carry on our wayward sons or what? No, Shannon. It's
They'll leave us
midgets.
when we're done. I think we've covered all the topics of this episode,
I
have
feel like we have.
we not?
I think we
Who
did.
brought up Twist and Shout? Come on.
Right.
Not
Molly.
necessary. Not
Sorry, I
necessary.
fucked up. I'm garbage.
It's okay, Molly.
That was an overreaction.
Garbage.
Shannon is singing lines from the Buffy episode in the chat room. This is what happens when he's not on the air. He doesn't know what to do with himself. So
Shannon,
he's just going
I
crazy.
need to get off so I can ridicule that boy.
So,
Just
but I think before we end it, we need to remind everybody People's Choice Awards.
Yes, we're gonna definitely
Huge
People's
deal.
Choice Awards. It's very important. I've been voting, and if you haven't been voting, then I'm side-eyeing you.
Spread the word on Twitter, spread the word on Tumblr.
You are writing in
I'm
Jared
sure.
Padalecki for Best Dramatic Actor. You are voting for Jensen. You're voting for the show. You're voting for the Team Free Will for Best Bromance. And you are writing in Best Chemistry for Dean and Castiel.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
what you are doing. And then tomorrow, you're getting back here at 7 o'clock for the Halloween show. Which I'm not going because
Who's
I will be
actually
out.
gonna be on the Halloween show?
I think Gemma. I don't know. It won't be me. I
We'll
think
see.
that little shit in the chat room that keeps causing problems.
Jessica
Jessica
Oh,
says she
that
is.
We should get that one fired, actually.
Can we get fired?
I imagine if we pissed certain people off, we probably could.
Okay. I could just, it's like, yeah, I was on a fandom
There's
radio
an
show, and then I got fired.
There's an invisible force out there that will fire us. I don't know who or what it is, but it will happen.
Welcome to Night Vale.
Don't go to the dog park. Because if you go to the dog park, you might run into a 34-year-old, 6'1" guy with pretty green eyes that thinks he's a dog.
I'm going to the dog
see
park
what you did
right
there.
now.
Me too. I'm going right now. Fan fiction green. All right, seriously, we are like overtime now, so I think we are going to wrap this up. PCA's Halloween show. Party on Wayne, party on Garth. That's an old person
Garth.
joke. That's an old person joke. I am Jen.
I'm Caleb.
I'm April.
I'm Molly.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.